Well, hello out there again, everybody. This is Marvelous Mark with an ROH review. Something I haven't done in a really long time because I haven't really been interested in the product, for one. And number two, the last couple weeks they've had the Road Rage editions of the show. So, with all that being said, why don't I just jump into this week's review now, shall we? The show kicked off this week with a tag team match between the Prodigy Mike Bennett and Brutal Bob Evans against Die Hard Eddie Edwards and Adam Cole. Well, the match lasted, probably about 10 minutes or so. It was decent, not spectacular or anything, but Adam Cole ended up going over on Brutal Bob and gets the win. That's probably the right decision, as they've been pushing Adam Cole pretty hard in the last couple months. Then afterwards, Maria gets in Adam Cole's face, slaps him. Then when he goes after her, Brutal Bob cuts him off with a pass and holds his arms back so Maria can nail him in the face with a boot. And then after that, Sarah Del Rey comes into the ring. Last time she was in ROH, she was the kind of like the valet manager type of the Kings of Wrestling. And I thought this was kind of interesting because Sarah Del Rey just got signed by the WWE, but figuring these matches were taped by about a couple weeks or so ago, so I guess she still has to finish out all her independent dates before she reports to the WWE. But it was actually nice to see her, and be interesting to see where they go from there, when at least on our last few dates in ROH or on the independent circuit. So, okay, this is early on in the show, but they had the Inside ROH segment where they showed highlights from the Best in the World match, the Hybrid Fighting Rules match between Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole. And in wrestling, there is more to a match than just match quality. There's more. But this match had it and then some. I thought there was good storytelling in this match, with Adam Cole, after he got a couple of his teeth knocked out. He just kept fighting back against O'Reilly, and he just took about everything he could take from him. And finally, he took a page out of the Nature Boys book with the figure four leg lock, and got the submission on O'Reilly. And here's a novel concept: getting heat on your heels, especially when Cole went to shake O'Reilly's hand at the end of the match and he got slapped in the face for it. That's a good job, ROH. I think WWE could learn from that. And then next they showed the Bruno Sammartino, kind of like a lifetime achievement thing that they had at a house show in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, his hometown. And it's just too bad that WWE can't do something like this. It's too bad that Bruno can't get over his hatred of Vince McMahon just for, even for like a couple hours or something. Maybe it would be awesome if they could put him into the WWE Hall of Fame maybe next year or something like that. It would probably be a good thing to put him in there next year, because I know Triple H he's kind of reached out to him, but I think, unfortunately, with something like this, I think that for Bruno to actually go into the WWE Hall of Fame, I think Vince McMahon's going to have to pass away or something. But anyway, then next they talked about Lance Storm. In a couple weeks, they're going to have the rubber match between him and Mike Bennett. They said that Bennett won the first match at Showdown in the Sun, then Storm won the next match at Border Wars back in May, and who knows, maybe that will be his last match. You never know. Then next week they're going to show footage of. Yes, this is a spoiler, so if you don't want to hear it, close your ears or something. But Adam Cole does win the ROH TV title off Roderick Strong, and they're going to show the match in its entirety. So that I have seen the end of it, so looks like it was a pretty decent match. I will watch the whole thing just to see what happens, and then that's about it for that segment. Then next they showed highlights of the All Night Express winning the ROH World Tag Team titles from Wrestling's Greatest Tag Team, also at the Best in the World show. Oh, that's kind of... Ooh. Well, Kenny King leaves for TNA about a week later, so... Wow, they're going to have a tag team tournament, I guess, to find new champions after the titles got vacated. It's just like, where does this leave Rhett Titus at? Does Rhett Titus find a partner? Would he follow Kenny King to TNA? Who knows? I don't know Rhett Titus' contract status with ROH, but well, that's going to be interesting to see who all they have in this match. I do know some of the contestants in it, but other than that, it's hard to say. Then this led into a match with Wrestling's Greatest Tag Team against a team called Fusion DS, Matt Saigon and Damon and Dragon. Not much to say about this match. It lasted about 3 minutes and it was basically a squash. Haas and Benjamin win. They cut a promo on ANX. They basically demand a rematch for next week, and who knows if that actually happens or not, but I guess we'll find out. Then you got the backstage segment with Veda Scott talking to executive producer Jim Cornette about who he's going to put up against Kevin Steen for the ROH World title coming up later in the show. He had a couple names in mind, but Mike Mondo comes up to him, no fear himself, and he basically gives a passionate speech as to why he should be in the match, and what do you know, Cornette gives it to him. So then we have the main event for the ROH World title, Kevin Steen against No Fear Mike Mondo. Match itself is alright, I thought. Mondo gave it pretty much everything he had, and Steen ends up winning with the F-Sync. There's actually a couple good spots in this match. Steen ended up powerbombing Mondo on part of the barricade outside onto the ramp area. And Steve Corino and Jimmy Jacobs did everything they could to make themselves the heels in this match, and as well as Steen did too. And which kind of surprised me that it seemed like the crowd was more in favor of Mondo in this match over Kevin Steen, even though Kevin Steen's supposed to be a heel, I'm guessing, but he gets cheered like he's one of the biggest faces in the company. But Steen ends up winning, and then Jacobs attacked Mondo after the match. Then finally, you see Eddie Kingston, the Chicago Grand Champion, comes in and attacks Steen. Then Jacobs attacks him from the behind, breaks his eyes, and a bunch of security comes out to the ring, and this, that, and the other thing, and Steen and Jacobs escape, and that's about the end of the show. Okay, my final thoughts on this show. I thought the Steen match was good with him and Mondo. I still think they really need to quit fighting the grain on having Steen be your biggest heel, because he shouldn't be your biggest heel in the company. I think Charlie Haas is doing a damn good job of it, and I think O'Reilly is doing it too. If anybody knows anything about being a heel, it would be Jim Cornette himself. So, how easy would it be to have them do a double turn where Steen could be the anti-authority figure, and Jim Cornette could be like the evil Mr. McMahon character, like when he was going up against Stone Cold Steve Austin back in the day, back in the late 90s in the Attitude Era of WWE. But otherwise, Adam Cole winning the ROH World title, or the TV title from Roderick Strong, the match they're going to show next week. They might as well do that, because as hard as they're pushing Adam Cole lately, it's not surprising. But anyway, let me know what you thought down below, and I will talk to you later.